Now, first on our menu is Doomsaw back. Don't get angry, that was rhetorical because I know the deal and I feel the heat too. But the Electricity Company of Ghana has announced it will soon release a timetable for the outages expected to begin from May 10th until May 17th. And there's actually a timetable and I'm sure most of you have seen it. So if you haven't, well, take a look at it on your screen. My producer tells me we'll bring it later on your screen, so yeah, anticipate that. But there have been a lot of reaction to this. Let's hear from some consumers in Accra.
I believe that, for a very long time people have been agitating that it's doing so, but government is saying it's not doing so. Finally, if they've released timetable, then it means that they've come to terms with the fact that it's doing so. They have to begin doing things that will make us believe in them. Because telling us that, oh, I will off your light at 5. So business doing, you know what to do. If you are a tailor or you are somebody who deals with light, you know what to do before the light goes off. But they tell them. So if finally they say they've released a timetable, we thank God. It's a step in the right direction.
We are going to give last out. Light will not be in for some days. It doesn't go like that. Sometimes the lights will come all right. Sometimes you are unaware, you will not be aware, and then the lights will go off. You will try to ask to find out, to know the reason. You wouldn't be able to know. So that is our problem here. Because when the light goes off and you have some items in the fridge or whatever, because you are not aware to prepare yourself or not to even put the items in the fridge, definitely the items will spoil. That's how it affects the business people too. So that is my point of view.
The timetable is good?
Well, it's good because when they announce you that today or tomorrow you people should get prepared, there will not be light. That one, you also make your mind and also prepare your items very well. And here's the case, sometimes they'll tell you tomorrow or be aware next week there'll be lights out. There will not be light for you. And all of a sudden, though you agree that you are aware, at the time you'll be expecting the light will not come. You understand me? Sometimes they will say it's because of the problem in ECG, that is why. And meanwhile, it shouldn't be like that. Let us be aware that this is what is happening. So that when we all prepare our mind towards it, it will help all of us and it will not affect the timetable. If only they'll go according to the timetable, we shan't have any problem. If they don't go according to the timetable, that is what will affect the business. I mean, it will affect all of us. You understand me? Look at the lights out they have been giving. Sometimes when they give the light off, within some short or seconds, the light will come again. And it affects a lot of things. That is why we are having this fire breakouts and all of those things. You understand? So if only what they have actually decided to do and they will go according to the timetable, we shall have a problem.
Doomsaw that we are experiencing, it's about them to tell us the truth. This is the problem. But always they give us another this thing. It's not true that they are telling us. You understand? It's Doomsaw. Because Mahama time is the same thing that we was facing. So it's the same thing, nothing has changed. So it's Doomsaw that we are experiencing now.
So you don't believe the timetable? You think it's Doomsaw, right?
The timetable, at that time, no, they give us the timetable like this one. So what is the difference? And brother, if you are MPP and the truth is there, you have to say it. This time around, we shouldn't follow that and say I'm an MPP, so if the truth is there, I shouldn't tell. No, it's not like that again. You have to speak the truth and be free. Nowadays, money is not there to buy generator and all that kind of thing. It will definitely affect me.
Maybe some of us, the students learning, it can cause a lot of problem because if there's light off, and moreover, some of us, we are doing some small businesses. Maybe we use light, something like cold store and all that. But as the light goes off, there is no way that you can get light to be selling all those things. And maybe you have stocks in there. So if the light went off, maybe those things can destroy. So that one too, it costs.
Oh, me, I'm not happy about what is going on in the Ghana because that means the politicians, they are lying us. Because when they want the power, they would say anything that they want. Oh, this thing has stopped, but now we are still in that situation. So it means me right now, next 2024, I'm not going to vote because those people we are voting for, they are not doing what our needs, they cannot take care of us because we pay all taxes, but still we are still in the same condition. So sometimes I don't understand.
And those were some citizens sharing their thoughts on the erratic power supply. Now, earlier I told you that the Electricity Company of Ghana have released a timetable for power cuts, and that's what you're seeing on your screen. So it says, as part of project to improve power supply reliability and system voltages, the Ghana Grid Company, Gridco, in collaboration with the Electricity Company of Ghana, will undertake interruptions in power supply to facilitate the work of contractors at various stages and times. Now, in this regard, the Pokwase Bulk Supply Point, BSP, which is near completion and sponsored by the Millennium Challenge Corporation and the auspices of the Millennium Development Authority, will require a tie into Gridco's 330 kV transmissions line. Now, this exercise will require a complete shutdown of the 330 kV line, thereby affecting power supply reliability to the Malam BSP. In view of this, the Electricity Company of Ghana wishes to inform its cherished customers and the general public that the tie-in works will take 8 days. That's from Monday 10th to Monday 17th May 2021, and will affect power supply to some customers in the northeastern parts of Ghana. So the affected groups are as follows. Group A is in Sakina, Oduman, Odoko, Official Town, Awoshi, Odokono, Malam, Abiase, top base. I mean, I can't mention everything that you see on your screen, but I'm sure you can see it on your screen. And so if you live in these areas, you should take note. And down there too, we have the schedule, basically. Like I said, it's beginning from the 10th of May, will end on the 17th of May, and it's from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right, so 6 a.m. your lights will go off, and then 6 p.m. the lights will be back. Now, it also continues to say that other needed interruptions in power supply to enable contractors complete the different interventions project will be communicated in due course. Now, while calling on customers to bear their inconvenience with us, we pledge our commitment to complete the project in time. And away from that, an Accra Circuit Court has granted convicted actress Ekiapin Polo bail. Now, the court granted her bail with 2 sureties to be justified. Now, as part of her bail condition, the social media sensation born Rosemont Brown has to report to the case investigator every 2 weeks. Now, she's also supposed to deposit her passport with the registrar of the court, and the court presided over by Justice Ruby Ayite said she will only travel with the express permission of the court. Now, you have been reacting to this on Facebook, so shall we go on our Facebook page? And Nana Ancha says she risks getting her custodial sentence increased on appeal. When you plead guilty and you are convicted of a crime, the judge takes that into account in your sentencing. The maximum sentence for her crime was 3 years, but she was sentenced to just 3 months in jail, meaning she got a month for each year. And her lawyer needs to explain to her the seriousness of her crime so that she repents. So like I said, the judge has granted, a judge or an Accra Circuit Court has granted the actress or social media sensation bail. Here it's to the tune of 800,000 or 80,000 Ghana cedis, I beg your pardon. And that's what she has to pay for her bail. But it comes to 2 sureties, and that means she must report to the investigator of the case every 2 weeks. But now, Kunta, commenting on this developing story, says, look at the injustice in our society. Because it's a so-called celebrity, see such a special treatment that is given to her. She never slept in jail since her conviction. May the white man continue to maltreat the black man. let me buy kinky and just come and be going. So that's what Nakunta has to say. But also Real Hopsy Amaka says she shouldn't rush to make any video now. She should be released and take a deep breath and reflect over what has happened to her. Also, Ajua Nyakwa says, thank God, I'm happy for her. She kept it pretty simple. She's very, very thankful to God for Ikuapin Polo. But also Isaac Katechie Esiedu says, thank God for hearing this. At least she'll get some fresh air to breathe. And also Okomake Rose says, thank God. Janet Musa says, money can stop nonsense and pa. That's a very funny comment, but yeah, that's Janet's opinion on the story. And like I said earlier, it's a developing story until we keep our ears and eyes on the ground and bring you updates on whatever that happens from here. But away from that, parents usually show off your kids online. But do you know it isn't safe for you to do that? Well, let's speak to the Executive Director of Child Online Africa, Madame Awo Adam, for some education. Now, she's joining us via Zoom. So, hi, Madame Awo. Hello, Madame. Good morning to you, Madame, if you can hear me. Hello. Okay, so we're still working the Zoom lines so we can get Madame Awo to speak to us. I understand she's back on the line. Hello, Madame Awo. Okay, we're taking a breather to work our lines, and when we come back, we'll be having that conversation with Madame Awo Adam. You're welcome back to JoyNews Interactive with me, Noella Karen Iyali. And at this juncture, it's time for us to have a conversation with the Executive Director of Child Online Africa, Madame Awo Adam, for some education on why you shouldn't be showing your child on Instagram or on social media, basically. And she's joining us via Zoom. Madame Awo, you're welcome.
Thank you, Noella.
Great. So, Madam, tell us why it's bad for me to be so crazy about my child that I show her on my social media account, let's say Instagram.
Right. Good morning to your viewers, and thank you for the opportunity. It is bad for you to consider sharing information on social media about your child without his or her consent, because one, the child is not an accessory. So if you want to use him or her to adore your own interest and all of that, it means that you are overstepping the protection of the best interest of the child. So the content or the platform you're engaging with has age limits. And especially if your child is below 13 and you post his or her image, then you are going against the law, because the law says anybody below the age of 18 is considered a child, and our Children's Act has provision for that. So once you are posting their photo, you are considered to be an irresponsible parent or an irresponsible guardian, and you ought to be taken on for the necessary actions.
Right. But what do you also make of, let's say, commercials, let's say for diapers? Diapers are made for kids. And so in sort of promoting that diaper, I would want to use a child for a commercial like that. What do you make of children being used for commercials?
We've always spoken against the fact that using children for commercials, political purposes, or for any other reason is detrimental to the growth and development of that child, because the fact is that you might not have sought consent from the child before posting the photo or using him for the advert. So most often than not, it benefits parents. People make money off that, those opportunities of the children and all of that. But then the repercussions get higher when they grow, because assuming a child is being used for diaper advert now, he grows to become maybe to the age of 15, 16, and people start teasing him for that advert. What will you make of it? You have psychological implications for that child, and I don't know how you wish to correct that. So as much as possible, we encourage adults, guardians, caregivers who are in charge or responsible for children to desist from using them either to promote or endorse one political party or another, to promote or endorse products, be it children's product or not. There are other ways to push such adverts for the audience. So as much as possible, we want people to stop that kind of habit. And the children themselves are stakeholders. So it's important they are consulted in any matter regarding them.
Right. So you mentioned that there are other ways that, let's say, companies can promote children's products or products made for kids. You want to educate us on some of the ways?
There are other either emoticons or other animations. Now, creativity is at the top of things. So children can be animated, or a character could be animated to depict a child to push whatever advert you want to promote. So as much as possible, using a child to make it look real or whatever should also go with some precautionary measures. So if you cannot go by the minimum child protection standards, which requires that a consent is needed from the child or the person in the image before you use it, you are going against the law.
Right. Now, your friends at Child Rights Organization, they've made their intentions of, going after celebrities who, sort of commercialize the social media accounts of your kids known. Do you think it's a good cause?
What an interesting question. So long as it prioritizes the interest of the child, I want to believe that Child Rights International is in position to pursue that agenda. Yeah.
Madam Awo. So, for instance, let's say, let me use actress Nadia Buhari for an example. She has two lovely kids, and as a mother, a first-time mother, she would want to, share photos of those kids on her social media page. But the interesting bit about her sharing those pictures is that she never shows their face. So, in a situation like that, would you say it's right or wrong?
Most often than not, it's advisable if you are posting a photo of the child without his or her consent for a particular purpose. Yes, you blur their faces or you don't make anything known to them. But for her to share her own children, for me, I don't see any protection bit there, because if I want to get those images, I will still get them. The point is that the child's body is showing. So what if someone takes it and puts another face on it and all of that? So Photoshop can be done to those images. If it's a different person who is publishing the photo and blur the faces, whereby the children cannot be identified or connected with him or her, it's a different situation altogether. But then with that one, I will not encourage it, because it's still not right.
So are there any repercussions by law for people that sort of flout this directive?
Yes, I think it's clearly stated in the Children's Act and then the Criminal Offences Act. All of that for Ghana, and even now, the recently passed the Cybersecurity Act 2020. That's Act 10:38. It's so clear there. So
Right.
people who are not informed about it could reach out for that. Alternatively, maybe Joy News should start organizing crash programs for parents who feel that they are not capable enough to understand some of those provisions,
Right.
so that we inform them, and then they know, because ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Right. Madam Awo, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. You've been awesome. And thanks for your company. Great. So that was the executive chairman, if I should say, Madam Awo Idam of Child Online Africa, and she's been educating us on why it's wrong for you to share pictures of your child on social media.